We set up a time to meet prior to when we start. When you show up 3 minutes before you start,
I was here. I was trying to get this thing situated. It sucks.
I show up typically an hour before the show.
Yeah, tell the people why their time is invaluable. You're listening to the most downloaded HVAC entertainment podcast in the world. Welcome, all you beautiful people, to the HVAC Overtime show, hosted by me, Bill Russell, my best friend in the whole wide world, Chris Stevens, my buddy Adam Muffich, the smartest guy I know this week, and Joe somebody with his little wiener puppet there he's got. What's up, everybody?
hey guys.
Hello.
What, you guys just match my energy and you just blow it right out the water, don't you?
I just realized I never really paid attention. It's been so long. Do you guys remember what Nathan Orr wrote as his name at the bottom of the screen when he was on the show?
No.
That's a trivia question for people in the chat. Does anyone know?
Let's see if someone in the chat can write on there. When Nathan Orr was on the Overtime show, what did he put as his name? We don't show the names really anymore.
It was something inappropriate.
We still got to get the goat story from him.
Hey, Joe Shear's in the house.
What's up, Joe Shearer? He did have the best comment.
Yep.
He did. You know, I was just saying on in our before the show chat that I've been posting a lot more of the short form content. You know, doing my normal videos too,
Chris
but doing
Markey
the short form stuff.
He did it.
And what's that?
He got it right.
Oh, big dick millionaire. Oh, that is right. Yeah. But with the short form stuff, what I'm finding is it's really hard to give context in the short form. Like, you know, if I post like a little tech tip, like without my full video, there's no context.
And I think you're realizing that people on TikTok are not very nice.
No, 100% TikTok. Like, there's a lot of assholes on there.
But by all right,
there's good people too. But
we're actually streaming live on Chris's TikTok right now, and they got to see it before the show.
Yep.
Real quick, speaking of assholes, let's give our shout outs. What's up, Randy and your little buddy Luke? How you doing tonight? And all you beautiful people in the chat. We got Clive, Mr. Ginger. Haven't seen that one in there. Dave Johnson-Ola. I never know how to pronounce that.
Johnsonnola.
Johnson.
It's Dave Johnson from New Orleans.
Yeah, I know that. I think we have Jesus Fish in here. HVAC chick Jennifer Manzo, which, real quick, guys, shout out to Jennifer. She sent my kid like this giant box of just really, really cool shit. And my kid wants to pop in real quick and say hi and say thanks. Awesome. So I'm going to wait because she has like been just hovering over this office door of mine. She's going to pop in real quick and say hi.
Let's do it.
Get her over here. What are we waiting for?
I don't know, because she's been like just badgering me this entire time. So I hear footsteps coming down the hall.
Thump, thump, thump.
Come here.
And please, welcome.
You said it like as you're walking in. They can't hear you. You have to talk into this.
HVAC rules.
HVAC rules. That's right.
Hi, Donut Man.
Hi.
She can't hear you.
Donut Man.
Hey, hi. Hey, thank you to this person right here. That's the one who sent you all this stuff.
Jennifer Manzo.
Yeah, to remember this on microphone.
Thank you.
HVAC chicks. Jennifer.
HVAC chicks, Jennifer.
All right.
All right. Now that I'm thoroughly in an awkward position.
Okay. I'll go
Thanks
play.
for coming.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
See
Close my
ya.
door, please.
Go eat a donut.
Go eat a donut.
I like how she doesn't close my door at all.
Well, guys, Joe's girl is in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Woo!
All right, let's get
Good
on with the
guys.
swear words.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Oh, guys.
Let me just say something.
Yeah.
Every time I either make a phone call or take a phone call, my daughter, whenever she's within 2 feet of my radius, she shouts out, "Is that Donut Man?" And she's referring
awesome.
to Adam because I don't know, what was it, like 3 years ago? Adam brought her a donut,
And then I brought her a
And-
second donut.
and he brought her a second donut. So it's not like, people hearing this story might think like she's just donut deprived and we just starve her, and this is like the only treat she's ever had in her entire life.
They
That's why
were
it made
Tim
s-
Hortons for donuts, by the way.
I
But like, who
mean,
buys one single donut? I'm like the one person in the world.
I'm like, whenever she does that, I'm like, give it a break, man. Just calm down. Whatever.
Mm.
Whatever.
Oh,
I got a
awesome.
whole bunch of stuff we got to get to tonight, guys. So let's stop dicking around. We got shit to do.
So let me ask you guys a question, though. How was the show last week?
Immediately got
It's
sidetracked.
awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed you guys.
super well.
We weren't even here.
I know. I saw you guys canceled. What the heck?
Yeah, because you weren't here.
It was Joe's fault. I was ready to go. And Joe's like, I'm gonna be calling it close tonight. I'm like, calling it close for what? What are you gonna work till
Yeah.
9 o'clock? Well, I
Are you
blame
doing
him.
radiant floor heat till 9 o'clock at night in people's houses?
He's got an emergency snow melt job.
Yeah.
Until August.
Like, hey, all the mooses are slipping down my driveway. Come get this boiler turned on, eh?
I was trying
Where
to
did they
put
put
some
that?
fires, guys. There's fires going everywhere. I had to put some fires on.
Yeah.
And I was working, but I was willing to do it remote from wherever I was in Cleveland, which seems to be where I'm most of the time in Cleveland.
It was nice
skating.
having a week off for once.
I was
Yeah, that's
skating and
okay,
I was
man.
having
Yeah.
fun. It was glorious.
So Chris's wife Jill really wanted to book like a primo 5-star hotel last week, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is this
It's
for
like,
the
no,
Blink
we're gonna
show?
save money. I spent like $10,000 on these Blink tickets, so we're gonna save some money. So he books this freaking hotel in the middle of the ghetto, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
He has to
Yes.
climb over a ladder to get into his hotel room.
Air
I didn't have
conditioner
to
wasn't
climb
working.
over a ladder. There was just a ladder next to my fucking room door.
You didn't get
Going to the
shot
roof.
though, did you? I mean, were there syringes on the floor?
The first room we went into, I feel like someone died in. It smelled really bad. And then I was like laughing, making you guys a video saying how crappy the room was. Mind you, I'm gonna edit that video and make it into something. But
Do it.
I was making you guys a video showing it in our private chat. And then I turn around and I go, oh yeah, and the fucking air conditioner doesn't work. It's like 80 degrees in there and I'm
What
dying.
irony.
See,
And I
you
was
know
like,
what?
there's no way.
If you wouldn't have wasted all that money on them pizzas, you could have
Yeah.
sprung for a bigger, better room.
All right. Oh, my gosh, there's so many things to catch up on. The freaking pizza story. Oh, we
The
ended up buying
pizza
pizzas,
story.
my friend.
I
We ended up
loved
buying
that
pizzas
story.
anyways. I argued with my wife back and forth about having because we rented
Then-
a
all right, I need that. Like, stop. You
Stop.
bought pizzas. The whole thing was Chris was saying he didn't want to buy pizzas because they were going out to dinner. Blah,
And
blah,
they already
blah.
paid for a snack bar at
So
the
I want to
Roller
know:
Rink.
did the people use the snack bar? Number one. That's my first question.
yes. The
Huh.
people used the snack bar.
Did they eat the pizza?
Yes.
Did they then go to
course.
dinner with you like 2 hours later?
Yes.
Really?
People
You
were
had some
weird.
freaking fat friends.
No kidding, right?
No, like we went through like 4
Bunch of
pizzas. I
fatty
think my wife ordered
diabetics.
10. So we went through 4.
Wow.
So you had 6 leftover pizzas?
No, it was really bizarre, man. If I told you how crazy this story was, they didn't charge us for those, but they overcharged us for a bunch of other crap.
Yeah,
It's
because I
just
thought you
so-
said you only had 5.
yeah,
which was
they
half
ended
of
up
what-
they ended up not charging us for the extra pizzas, and then yeah, it was cool, but whatever, whole thing. But it was cool. So that was for my birthday. We did that, and then we had Father's Day, and then my birthday present to myself was I had bought Blink 182 concert tickets for Tuesday. this last Tuesday. And so I took Tuesday off and then Wednesday off, and my wife and I went down to San Diego and went to the Blink show. So that was awesome.
Tell everybody how you guys you got a room with like 2 twin size beds in it. One for your wife.
So when we ended up going back to the hotel and we're like, we need a different room, and they were like, okay, it's going to have 2 beds instead of 1 king. And I was like, I don't care. Just give me a different room. So yeah, we had two freaking beds in the room. And so we made a joke that my wife was pissed that I booked a shitty room. And so she got a room with twin beds instead.
I don't know your wife that well, but all the stuff I hear, I don't think she's ever been pissed whatsoever at any of your shenanigans.
Yeah.
At all. Like all the stuff you pull,
she
wouldn't fly
back.
Yep. Yeah, it wouldn't fly in anywhere else.
Pretty chill. Blink 182 at the Senior Center. Mike B, my gosh, it was such an eclectic mix of people. There was people in their 50s at the Blink show, and then there was people that were like 16 at the Blink show. It was very eclectic mix of people. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you mosh?
No, I did not mosh. I got old people seats that you can actually sit down in. And I have to tell you, I had to do something about it. I actually had to confront someone at the show. I politely tapped him on the shoulder and I said, would you mind moving over about 2 inches? And he said, sure, man. And then he
sure, Grandpa.
And, yeah. So we had perfectly good old person seats. So
I don't know if I've been to a concert where I sat down the entire time.
I didn't sit down. Actually, we had to stand the whole time, but I wish I could sit because I was exhausted for 2 days.
See, that's why they have TVs in living rooms.
No, 100%. It was cool, but it was really loud. I actually had earplugs in. Like, dude, I'm so old. I literally had earplugs in my ears. So,
see, man, I don't know. I was thinking about this the entire time that you're telling me all about this show. Like, it sounds really, really cool. I saw Blink way, way back in the day, probably 10, 15 years ago, probably closer to 15 years anyway. I can't imagine going to a show right now. I can't imagine going to any concert like tomorrow.
Dude,
it would just kill me.
Yeah, country concerts for me from this point forward, because the rock concerts or punk pop, whatever you want to call Blink, it was rough, dude. It was just because it was exhausting. You were just, up, moving, jumping, like, yeah.
I think mentally I would be exhausted with all those people around me. I don't like that many people.
God, see, I wish I was smart enough to think about editing this video that I made, because it'd be perfect to play right now. So,
yeah. So somebody popped up that question on the screen, and you guys just kept talking. But that was Joe, because he likes to.
I had to change the subject. Plus,
we're talking about
good. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, didn't we just talk? Like, dude, your mic is too far away from your face.
Sorry, I get carried away sometimes. But yeah,
go get your mic in storage and put it back in the room you're in.
It's here. That article he mentioned about Adam's article, which was phenomenal, and he was asking a question or pointing.
I was, you know what? That was one I was excited about. I was happy to learn that. I spent some time with a friend of mine teaching me that, and I'm like, dude, this is freaking awesome stuff. So I was kind of proud of that one. But as far as makeup air goes, honestly, I just ordered. I have not installed it yet, but Fantech makes a makeup air system. I think their smallest one they make, I want to say, is the Makeup Air 650. Then they have the 750, and then maybe the 1200. But it's a variable speed system, and it has a current sensing relay that you run up to the fan. You have low voltage, it runs out, and then you set the different. They say you can either set it with like a flow hood, measuring the CFM exhaust, or you could use a high-end manometer and check building pressures, and you could set the fan speeds that way.
That would be cool.
One. But it has like a filter set up and everything, a muffler.
But would you want to be over 300 CFM anyways? Like, is that safe?
Dude, there is like nonstop by me. These builders and stuff, they want to install like 1,000 CFM, 1,200, 1,500 CFM. And it's like.
And then we guess just install it here in HRV, thinking it's going to be adequate.
Well, that's funny you say that. The house I'm working on right now, it's a passive house. Well, it's not a passive house yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole passive house, Phyllis, whatever it's called, Passive House Association, they really hate putting penetrations into the side of the house, right? And they did not
the side or like
the roof or anything. They don't want anything that could leak, right?
Everything's there tight, yeah.
So like this house has 4 bathrooms, I believe. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I agree, Michael.
And instead of having exhaust fans, like they wanted to do, and this was the architect's big thing because they specialize in passive homes. They wanted to do 2 whole house ERVs with the exhaust in the bathrooms, right? And their idea was to use. So I brought in actually the same guy who taught me about sizing the exhaust ducts for kitchen hoods, right? I brought him in and I hired him because I'm like, this is kind of a high profile job.
Yeah.
You need to get everything right to get the passive stamp. I'm going to bring him on this, right? It's a big house, like 4,000 plus square feet. We're using a 3-ton heat pump and that's it. No backup. But anyways, he sized it for 2 ERVs running 24/7. And the builder and the architect told the homeowner that we'll give you switches in your bathrooms where you could turn on boost mode on the ERVs. And they started talking to me after I'm like halfway done ducting everything. And I'm like, well, the ducts aren't boost mode. It says for read the plans. It says 24/7. This is on. Like, well, they have boost mode enabled. I'm like, wasn't designed to use it. And they're like, what happens when like we're taking a steamy shower? And then you have to go through the whole thing of like explaining how an ERV works. And I'm like, well, okay. They want to exhaust the hot, humid air, right? So what happens if it's hot and humid outside? And you turn on the ERV for the entire house. Now you're getting rid of the hot, humid air in that room, but you're bringing in a massive amount of the hot and humid air in the rest of the house, right?
Yeah.
They're like, well, why would we want to do this? I'm like, this was your stupid idea in the first place. Like we talked about bath fans.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even really figured out perfect air balance on the commercial side. Like the systems do exist that have variable speed systems, and things slow down and speed up, and inversely other things happen, but they're not mainstream yet. So even on the commercial side, it's kind of winging it.
That's a good situation that you point out, Adam, about taking a steamy shower on a day where it's already hot and humid. Like they don't have anything in place for that specific situation. Like nothing.
That was the thing. Like I brought that up to the builder and the architect, and I said maybe we should like consider a whole house dehumidifier. Yeah. They're like, we don't need a dehumidifier. This is a tight house. Like we're not going to be bringing humidity in from outside. I'm like, I'm not talking about bringing it in from outside. I'm talking about like showers, freaking, do they have a bunch of plants? Are these people mouth breathers? Cooking, all this crap. Like they're creating moisture, right?
Of course. That's a good point. Would they just dismiss your whole line of thinking, or what? What happened with that?
The owner saw the email and then he's like, well, do you think we're going to need it? And then the architect, I think what happens is it's like people don't want to have the fault because I threw it out there, and he dismissed me at first, but then the owner was like, well, is he onto something? Is this something we need? And then they're like, well, maybe we should look at it, because if something did happen where they had high humidity situation, they can't come back on me at that point because I said, well, I think you need this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for a job that's $100,000+, that I'm doing, what's an extra $5,000 to throw onto the job at the end of the day, right?
Wow.
I was gonna bring up the line height. What were you talking about, Chris, in the chat about the line height? What was your?
So let me pull up a.
While you're doing that, I want to ask, what was this depressing? Chris's emoji. Now that sad face be in a StreamYard. What is all this sad stuff?
It's emo Chris. It's the new Chris. You didn't know this?
I gotcha. How about that? And how about the sad face up in the corner here in StreamYard?
Emo Chris.
Oh, okay.
What are you making fun of me?
That's interesting.
ERV with a boost.
He
bring in.
He goes to one Blink 182 concert, and now he's emo all of a sudden.
An exhaust only fan. I'm confused. Can you explain that to me? I don't understand.
Yeah,
because it's not like I believe, I'm not 100%, but I believe the ERV, when it's transferring the heat and the moisture, it's not like a 1-to-1. It's less. You're not transferring 100% of the humidity from outside, I believe. I might be wrong, but
for ERV, yeah.
ERV. It's not like 100%.
Yeah, it's not 100% efficient.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe it's just the way Steve Roger likes to word things. It easily confuses me.
They're like almost like you're balancing, like HRV and ERV. For me, it's like almost just more balancing. You know what I mean? Getting the air
And
changes and whatnot. It's not really replacing per se. You know what I
I just
mean?
want to
What do you
point something
replace?
out, like real quick, side rant, and I'm gonna very carefully tie this into something Brett the Wet Pretzel said on one of his most recent podcasts that I listened to, which I think was thermal imaging. Right. This is one of the reasons why I do not do any sort of residential side work. Like I might help a buddy out, but I'm not going off on my side time and like doing side work, because I feel to do HVAC in a residential platform or residential space, there is so many other variables that I just don't know. I've said it a million times. There's so many other things that I just don't know about. And Brett had mentioned this too. It's one of the reasons why he doesn't do it, because you go out there and do something, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, but I'm still not comfortable. You change the furnace out, I'm still not comfortable. I got, this area is uncomfortable. I got high humidity, whatever. Then like it's like you're on the hook for everything after that point. I'm like, I just no. There's too many nuances.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play a.
Yeah, Michael. That's why I agree. Yeah.
I'm gonna play this video real quick. Ready?
Well, what are we doing?
Yeah.
All right, dilemma here. New heat pump condenser right here. It's gonna go about where that one's at, my old one. Line set has to be replaced because it's the wrong size. We're gonna come with a new one that's gonna be 3/4 3/8. This one's 7/8 3/8. We're gonna have to run a new line set, but I also have to deal with this electrical. Original electrical's coming out here. I'm probably gonna take this. This is an old disconnect that's been bypassed. I'm probably gonna take that off the wall. I'm thinking maybe putting a 4x4 box right there, running conduit over into disconnect switch, then surge protector. I have like an ICM giant surge protector thing to go down. But the line set's probably going to come out right around here, somewhere in there, but it's got to come down the wall, go over the electrical lines, go down, hit the ground, hug it, move over, then come out and go into the condensing unit. But my question is, line set cover or not? These line set covers are ridiculously expensive and they're stupid. With all the fittings and stuff, it's kind of dumb. Or do I just, like, I mean, my gut wants me to do it with Unistrut, thinking commercial, right? Lay down Unistrut, mount it. But how do I cover it so it doesn't look stupid? I mean, it is tucked back here, so nobody's ever going to see it, realistically. I mean, the only people that would ever see it would be people walking back here. And it's really not going to get hit by the sun. So, like, I really don't think, I don't know. Is it really a big deal if I just do Unistrut and then UV resistant line set? And be done with it? But how do I seal the cap?
No, I was gonna say, like, I think if you did Unistrut, Chris, I think it would bother you so much. Like looking at it all the time, I feel like it would just bother you. It would bother me.
If it doesn't bother him,
If you use Unistrut, you got to use freaking hard copper.
Oh yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let me keep
But I mean,
going.
you could
right
use
there.
like little tiny chunks of Unistrut.
Do I put like a
Yeah, you can cut them to length. Yeah.
I need something to seal the hole where the line
Why don't
set
you
comes
just-
down. If I do
Why don't you-
Unistrut, I mean, I thought of getting like a metal line set cover and then having it painted eventually, but I don't know. I mean, I just make it look commercial. I mean, I know I can do it with Unistrut really nice. Straight down. That kind of sucks having the electrical right there because you got to go over it. But if I do Unistrut, it'll go right over that and it'll be perfect. But then you'll be staring at a Unistrut thing. But again, from my backyard over here, you're never going to see it unless you were to come like, I mean, well, I guess if someone's standing right here,
Damn, how
out
many
in the
barbecue
backyard,
grills
but I
does
mean,
this guy have?
realistically, really, you're just barely gonna see it.
He's
It's
got
tucked
the
back
egg.
here.
He's got the griddle. He's got the George
So is it
Foreman.
really a big deal?
barbecue.
The landscaping
If I
turned
just
out
come
nice,
down-
Chris. It looks beautiful in the backyard.
Thank you.
What's that vent in the
No
side?
problem.
Is it for your kitchen vent in the side of your house right there?
No, that's for the fireplace. Oh wait.
Up high.
Hold on.
No, that's probably
There
the
you go.
exhaust.
Mike D has a good idea.
That right
There.
there. That's
Put
my
the
attic vent,
commercial.
dude.
Mike V, put the commercial, then put like lattice or something, or like a front of the wall. I think that's what he's saying. That's what I'm saying now, though. But put like something
lattice
in
with like
front.
some vegetation.
Yeah,
That's not a
or
terrible
anything.
idea. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
But you know what? Airex, wherever that company is that makes those things come out of the wall, just put one in the corner in the soffit. let it come out nicely, and use
Actually,
whatever
I
you want.
have no joke.
Look
I
at
have like
Clive
6 of
makes
those
the best comment
AirX
here.
line set covers. They sent them to me one time. I don't even know who they
Use
are.
one. Customize something. Put one on in the soffit. It'll look nice.
So I'd have
coming out.
a big wiener coming out the wall.
Yeah,
and then, like,
it'll seal.
topping.
You'll seal it nice.
If you
And
It's
go
like
with
right up
line
high,
height,
so that way people come over and like, why is there a wiener hanging out of your wall?
Yeah, you be having your pineapple parties, and they're just like, "What is that unistrut in a dildo? What is that?"
I
like,
would
"We're outta
recommend
here."
going with Speedy Channel if you're going to do anything. And they actually have like a flexible piece that you can go around the
But
electric.
they
with
don't
that.
have it on the 6-inch. That's what I don't like about
Why
the
do you need
freaking
6
line
inch?
height. Because I'm going to be running liquid suction, electrical, comm line, and then I'm going to be insulating my liquid.
Why are you running electrical?
I got to run comm. I'm running a new stat wire.
So what? Just what are you doing? Just run freaking. You're not
No, it
running
goes
in
in
conduit.
bro. Yeah, it goes in conduit, man.
You don't need
He's
it.
so commercial.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is commercial over
Come
here,
on,
bro.
come
We're
on,
running
this
is
that
Chris.
conduit.
You could use 4-inch. 4-inch works fine. I've fit like 2 sets of line sets inside 4-inch.
But
And you know
what
if you're
about the
worried,
weight,
Chris?
though, you're just using the freaking zip ties holding the line set in there.
Or you could drill holes in it. You see all those people, and
Yeah.
I've learned a lesson from TikTok and all these
Plastic
other people.
trunking. I don't.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
what it
heard
is.
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
what we're talking about, Clive. The
Yeah.
plastic trunking, but it's they call it line hide, and it's removable covers and plastic crap.
And if you want, just get the 600-volt rated communication wire. If you're worried about running it with a high voltage line, I don't know if your high voltage is coming
There's
from
no high
upstairs.
voltage going through there.
Okay, there you go. You're right. There isn't. It's coming from
I don't know.
upstairs.
Going bigger going home, and people are saying that his house is not going to be warm enough in the winter, and maybe it's not going to be. He might have to be wearing sweaters.
Okay, so over on TikTok, this guy's got a really long name, but anyways, he says, why not run your EMT down low on the bottom of the 4x4? So come out of the 4x4 box, run EMT down to the ground, then come back up for the disconnect. To me, that's a giant water trap for moisture to sit in that conduit. And if I could get away from creating a water trap in the EMT, I'd prefer to. So
like putting your line set in the EMT, like big
no,
EMT.
no. He was saying if I run EMT down instead of over out of the 4x4 box I said I was going to put on the wall, I wouldn't have to go over the EMT.
If that box ever gets a leak in it and water gets down into that EMT.
The disconnect on the left is the original one, you said, right?
Yeah.
And then you ran the line over.
I did not, but yeah, it was ran when I moved here, that it had been relocated. So if you open it up, there's a fuse pole that's been bypassed. It's just being used as a junction box.
So why not just move your condenser over a little bit? Take that where you're going to put that 4x4 box and just put the disconnect right there.
Yeah. The reason why I don't want to move the condenser over is because there's a dryer vent right there. So that's why someone moved it originally, because the dryer vent was right there. So they moved it out into the open.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah.
So
I really just want to run freaking
use pipe.
Hey,
you can put it through big pipe.
I just you know all about that, don't you, Joe?
No, he doesn't. I know somebody watching who does, though.
Somebody, what was I gonna say? Hey, speaking of which, since we are on TikTok, we should all ask the people on TikTok. Listen, you guys have been razzing Chris a little bit, give him a hard time. Just take it easy on him, you know. He's doing the best.
TikTok's been hurting my feelings, man. TikTok makes me sad. It's got mean people on it.
See, I think TikTok is what made go all emoji on us. Or not emoji, but emo. Emo, that's what I'm getting after.
Yeah.
All emo.
I thought it was a Blink-182 concert.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you guys are ready to segue off of Chris's line height subject. Books. Let's talk books real quick. So, Chris, you got Brian Orr's new book recently, right? Did you finish that yet?
No, I am 2 chapters from the end of the book. I ordered. Oh shoot! What is the book title? Do you remember what it's called, Adam? Unconformed. Okay. So great book. I've had it. I finally sat down. It's not a long read. 2.5 hours. You could be done with
86 pages or something.
It's like, yeah, I only have 2 chapters left. Like I'm just about done.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike, thank you very much for that super chat.
Hey, if you're handing out 20s, man, I will expose some piping anytime you got some $20 bills, Mike. All right.
Okay, let's knock it off topic. Okay, go ahead.
Hit me up at the symposium, bro.
So this book, honestly, I read the whole thing. I like this book. I agree. I know Chris. It's
It
kind
is
of
a very good book. I was a little bit surprised because I didn't realize the subject matter of the book. For some reason, I had an image in my head that it was a book about growth and how to overcome
Speaking
like
of growth.
obstacles in yourself. And in a way, Brian does go into that, but more so it's about how to educate people, which is a great
Yes, yeah, I was
thing.
like,
So
I was going into it with the idea thinking that it was all about like personal growth, maybe how he developed himself into what he is now and where he's at in life now.
Yeah.
More of a personal growth sort of thing. But I mean,
kind of got the vibe. That's what I thought it was going to be about. But anyways, it is about something different. It's more about how to educate people. He talks a lot about how to educate children and how to get them thinking mechanically. And so it's a great, great book. Again, I still have 2 chapters left. I'm just about done. I'll probably finish it tonight, but it's a great book. So I highly suggest you guys get it.
You know what book I just got today in the mail? I finally got my copy of Inverter Split Operations, Mini Split Operations by our good buddy, friend of the show, Craig Migliaccio, who was on episode number 187 a while back. I literally just got this today, so I was reading up on it tonight, and I'm like 8 pages in, but my initial overall quick summary of the last 8 pages, I guess, is it's a really easy read. It's laid out really good. The thing that I was like, wow, this is amazing. The very first thing I noticed was, you know how when you're reading tech books, it'll say reference figure 1.27. And then you're like, where is that picture?
It's like 5 pages.
Yeah, it's like 5 pages back.
Yeah, I hate that.
But no, this is right there. It's right next to whatever it is you're reading. Like,
that is
boom,
super
right
important.
over.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, why doesn't every book do this?
Yeah.
But 8 pages in, I love it so far. Good job, Craig. I'll let you know how the 9 and 10 pages go.
You know what I'm reading right now?
What are you reading? Say it so people.
And I only got like the first. I'm not even in a full chapter. Losing Our Cool by Stan Cox. It is from what I tend to, what I'm realizing. I think it's a book about how air conditioning and HVAC is ruining the world.
Ruining the world?
Kinda, yeah.
How?
Brett wants to know if I'll read the book to him. Brett, what I need from you is
Losing
a
your
duffel
cool, might
bag
add that.
with $5,000 in $20 bills. Okay. I don't want any hundreds. I don't want any denominations lower than 20. I want $5,000 in $20 bills dropped at my doorstep, and then I will narrate the book for you.
Actually, I was thinking about, if you guys are interested in this, we're going to start a book club, and we're just going to all go on like a big Zoom call, and
Can't find it.
Bill's going to read us.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Brett, I'll read you that book on one condition. You have to lay on the couch with your head in my lap.
Wow.
That's it.
And Bill doesn't have to wear pants.
Well,
He
I
can
mean,
wear boxers. He'll wear
optional,
boxers, but he doesn't have to
optional.
wear pants.
Optional. And then we just got to see who
Fair, man.
loses their cool first.
You know, it's been a while. I think we should have Brett on the show, or Clive, one of the OGs. I think we should have one of them on the show
I
next
don't know. I
week.
thought we got rid of like the whole idea of having guests, since you hate every single guest we've ever had.
No,
Not the
wait.
OG
This legitimately was Joe's idea. Joe literally just messaged us and goes, "Hey guys, I think we should have Brett on the show." And we're like, "What?"
I'm like,
Joe
somebody
has
hacked Joe's
never
account?
once said he wants
See,
to have
Brett?
guests.
Nope.
See, Brett?
Nope.
I don't know if Zach's still in here. I saw Zach here earlier, but
We want to have Zach on too.
Zach,
Come
are you
on
interested?
down.
Is he here? Zach, are you interested in coming on the show?
He'll come
Zach,
on.
if you can hear us, blink twice.
Yes, blink
No,
twice.
blink 3 times.
I know
Who would
last
wanna
week I
come on the
said
show?
last
Everyone's-
week that I don't know what we would talk to Zach about, but I think we have a lot to talk to Zach about.
Yeah.
I
The
think
only
I
ones
like-
that won't
you gonna
want to come on the
come
show
on
is scaredy cats.
We're just
I
gonna
gotta-
sit there and be like, I don't know what to do with my hand.
I got a shovel, and we got lots and lots
Oh.
of hatchets to bury.
Look at that
I
answer.
literally
Effing done.
wait. So wait, which one's effing done, Brett? Are you going to give me
He's,
my
no, he's talking
$5,000
about
in
me
20?
reading to him with his
Whatever,
head in my
dude.
lap.
I
And
told
I'll,
you I'd
like
narrate the
stroke
book
his
to you,
stroke
Brett.
his hair gently as I'm reading it.
Maybe,
I'll use my
maybe he'll do
best
both.
Yeah.
radio voice.
You're getting real trigger happy with these comments on the screen.
They're
Whoever-
great. I love it. Hey.
You
It's
gotta
okay
be,
to-
people can't even read that fast. You're like, on,
No.
off, on, off.
Oh, right here. Right here. Look at this one. Here,
Look
read
at
this one over here.
It's
Here,
not,
read this guy.
it's not that
Hey,
quick,
can you
guys.
read
I'm
this one
better
yet?
than that. Come on.
I don't know.
Freaking Joe.
I wish
Oh.
I could do every comment
He's like
like that.
high speed ADD.
I gotta say that our super secret private chat has been a little depressing lately.
Why?
It has.
Breaking up
Just
the band.
because you guys aren't active anymore.
100%. It's because Adam's not in there anymore.
Yep.
I've been
That's it.
working like 12
I don't
hours
give a
day.
shit what you've been doing.
And then
You need to get
what-
in there.
Do you remember Adam and Joe's like late night banters? Dude, they would
Yeah.
literally be messaging each other. I'd be like, guys, it's 1:30
Yeah.
my time, which is like 4:30 their time. And they're like, it's still going back and
Even
forth.
though like Chris is 100% correct, but even though like what they were talking about was just like, I don't want to say boring as shit, but it was like stuff I don't pay attention to. It's like airflow this, airflow that, and boiler. And like I'd still read it the next day when I'm on the crapper.
Yeah.
But I miss that. I miss
you know what?
us, guys.
But Joe, I get the feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but I get the feeling that Joe's not a huge fan of what we've been doing a lot lately, which is the voice chats. I get the feeling that you don't like the voice chats.
No, it takes too long. I'm doing so many
but
things
it doesn't
during the day
take
like you
long
guys.
for me. It's easier.
It's so much easier
I'll
because
tell
I'm
you something,
driving.
guys. I hate Messenger. I'll tell you why I hate Messenger. Okay, here it is. Why
What
can't it
don't
be
you
like
hate,
WhatsApp
Joe?
and you can listen to it?
Wait. Can we pick? Can we
You're
pick
like the
and
one
choose?
guy from a first world country that use WhatsApp. That's like for
Yeah.
Jamaicans and
Exactly.
100%.
Only scammers use
100%.
WhatsApp, dude.
Every Mexican I know talks to me
Please,
on WhatsApp.
Well, at least you can hear it too. What do you say? I missed that.
Every Mexican I know talks to me on WhatsApp.
Oh wow.
100%.
Oh,
Anyways, I wish you could put 1.25 or 1.5 to catch up quick. Boom, 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 boom. No, I gotta sit there the whole thing, man. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
They're
but
like
which is
2
cool.
minutes. They're 2 minutes.
2 minutes
think
is
of it
long
this
when you're
way.
like.
so we're talking about the voice messages. We do voice messages back and forth to
Because
each
we're
other. 'cause we're too
driving.
lazy. Yeah, we're driving and we're working. And so we'll just literally hit play and listen to a message and then record one and send it back. Kind of like calling
Here's the
someone, you know?
but we don't have enough to say for a real phone conversation.
No.
Nope.
No, and it's usually just like boom, like oh, I got this thought, like oh, I got to get this in the data log here, because I drive 392 hours a week, so I'm like just in there blabbing all the time.
And I will literally, like, in the middle of the night, wake up out of nowhere and be like, I just got a brilliant idea. And I'll leave a brilliant idea in the chat for them to remind me about it in the morning.
Mike B has asked what's WhatsApp. You have to be like Jamaican in order.
Yeah, go ask
Yeah.
a Mexican.
Bill.
They'll tell you. They'd be like, es la
All right,
cosa
all right,
que
Bill,
puedo
change
usar
the
para
subject before
para
you get
llamar a
us-
mi mamá.
Fucking kicked off.
Oh my God.
Oh, god damn. Oh,
What's with
push it
all
to
the facial hair? It's summer. Time to shave it to be cooler, temp wise.
Then you just
I
got to
like
look at
short
your
hair.
jacked up jaw and your funky face.
And you know what? I had to trim my mustache because, dude, everything I eat, I'm just eating freaking mustache lately.
Hey, I've been getting that lately too. Like,
Awful,
and I'll-
man.
you know how do you guys do this with like real beards too? Like when you eat something messy, like I get a little bit and I'm like, oh, I got shit in my beard.
I just roll with it, bro.
That's why I want
Yeah.
to Chris.
Like my goal is to look like an old sea captain. So I'm like getting there. I'm halfway there.
Yeah, Hausch is correct. Messenger and WhatsApp are both owned by Facebook. So
Well,
This is
well,
this
'cause
is just
Facebook just buys its competition. They did it with WhatsApp,
Right.
they bought the competition, and then they did it with Instagram, they bought the competition. So
I just want to say it. This is the first time I've ever heard Joe say that he doesn't like Messenger. Like I don't even know where this is coming from.
oh
This is-
no, this
right?
came from because I know I was addressing the fact that Joe doesn't like the audio calls we do in our super secret
See,
chat.
I knew that.
So-
I knew that because he's
Now you
always
know-
like he'll always like type back like working now, listen later or something,
yeah, because
Like,
I
sorry,
love
Joe.
listening. I don't like
Sorry,
I
man.
don't like to say like think I ignore it, That's why you see me. I like highlight, put a thumbs up on the comment because I'm listening or I laugh.
Listen, if you give a thumbs up on something that was like 3 pages up, nobody knows. Nobody
Nope.
cares.
Yep.
Nobody,
No,
okay, but you
we don't
see
get-
it. Don't you get a little?
We don't get alerts.
I don't get notifications. I have
No.
all the the only thing I see is when you tag me.
You
That's
gotta
it.
you have to, if you're gonna get a thumbs up something, boom, do it right away. Otherwise,
No.
you're just doing it for your own well-being. That's it.
Yeah, you're just doing it to make yourself feel
Well,
better,
just-
which is selfish.
Well, just in case you guys look up or hear the thing, you notice I
See, I
read
would
it.
think like you
You're
could
being
still
listened
work
to.
while you're listening. Like you're working. If we're just typing messages, you gotta like, okay, and then like 2 seconds later it goes off again. Like that's why I always thought the voice thing was a little bit better. I guess not,
guess.
man.
If you have, I don't know.
No, Mike B. It's not Morse code. It's moose code. That's what Joe uses.
Yes, it's
What's the noise that meese make, Joe?
Yeah, like when they're in heat. What noise do they make?
I don't know.
Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Something
I
like
don't
that.
know. That's a good question, though. We should
Yeah.
research this in our
I
spare
really,
time.
really think this took a turn for like
It
insane.
did. Bill,
All right. Let's bring this back instead of
Yeah.
talking about the noises moose make when they're in heat. Like,
talk
I don't
about
know.
animals though, Bill. That video you posted on the overtime group and on your, I don't think you put the video. Oh, you did on your
Oh
page.
yeah, that little
That-
one I made with the overtime show in the
Both of
glory
them
hole.
were hilarious. It had me laughing. It was hilarious.
I was
The glory
bored
hole.
up on this roof and I seen you know how Chris, you know, on Carrier enough. You know how Carrier's got that little hole you can peek in there and see the light to figure out the LEDs.
Oh, like the yeah.
on like the newer unit?
Carrier.
Yeah, I
Carrier.
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the only hole that they have that you can. So where you are, you've said it.
I
a
don't
million
ever
times
do
in your
that,
videos.
but yeah, I always take the
What do you mean?
covers off.
You say it in every single video you've ever made. I never power it down because I don't want to lose the code. If I
He
lose
takes
the
cover
code,
off,
then
you say.
Yeah, no, it's not the code. In mine, you never power it. Well, sometimes it is with a code, but with the Carriers, it's the compressor lockout board. Before they had circuit boards that really saved codes, the compressor lockout board would just shut the unit down and you'd have to check power between X and C. So
But
if you
it's also
power
the
it
code.
down, it resets. No, there's no code.
no, I mean on the boards where they have the little red light that blinks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
7,
that's
8.
just for the heating system.
No.
On the Carriers that I'm working on, yeah, it's just a heating system board.
Those
It
are
only tells you-
California carriers.
Yeah.
No, you take the control panel off,
Okay.
and right there, before you have that panel that covers the contacts and everything, there's a little hole right there. And you look through there, and you can see the control board, and it's got a little red light, and that'll tell you if it's like high pressure, low pressure, free
No.
stat.
None of my units have that board in it.
I would guarantee 1,000% I've seen them in your videos, and you've
Nope.
talked about this
Not on
several
Carriers.
times.
All right, let's
Not on
watch
Carriers.
these videos right now.
Yeah, pull up a video, dude.
Yeah,
Not on
pull it
a
up.
Carrier. I know exactly
No,
what you're
of
talking
his.
about, but my units don't have it. So
Anyways,
yeah, no, the reason why I say to not power a unit down is because the mechanical compressor lockout board. It
Yeah,
has
which
a
those
latching-
boards are like 30 years old.
Yeah, they're old, but it has a mechanical latching relay in it. So when you power it down, you reset the safety. So
What do you mean, Mike B, not Carrier? See, Huseman, it does have a diagnostic code on it. Huseman knows what I'm talking about.
the ignition,
No,
he's saying that's the
it's
ignition,
not the ignition
control board.
control.
Yeah,
ignition
my
control.
units, I don't work on any of those fancy units. Then you must be working on a Weather King or something.
Oh
right?
no, it's not fancy whatsoever.
Weather
Yeah,
King's
mine do
fancy.
not have refrigeration codes in them. They will not give you high pressure,
just-
low pressure, anything.
Can we play that little stupid video that I made real quick? Then?
Yeah, play it.
Is that something we can do on the fly?
I saw you were posting that in everyone's Facebook group, huh, Bill?
No,
Where was it at, Bill?
What's ours, Adam? But you don't.
it was only
Oh, he
ours.
posted in 2.0.
Oh, you
Oh
mean
yeah, I
on
might have done it
YouTube.
in 2.0. Those are not the ignition boards, Bill. Heat codes only. You are completely wrong, Nasty.
Oh wow, we got a little debate going on here.
So I got to pull up your YouTube channel, right, Bill?
That or it's on the overtime Facebook
Overtime.
group.
I'll
It was
pull
just a
up here.
spoof video, but now I'm like,
Which one?
the W2TF.
Oh,
Ryan
okay, I
is
got it
gonna
right
use
there.
a
Hold on.
video to clear all up.
Let me see
will
if
get
I
the
can get
bomb,
this. Oh, how is this going to work?
I don't know why nobody's challenging you to a battle on TikTok.
Adam, you need to do this. I can't do it from mine.
What?
I'll mess up the stream.
What do you
I
want?
want to battle
Wait,
somebody.
You got to
for some
share a YouTube
cheeseburgers.
video.
All right, let me.
I'm trying to find a picture of it, but
Whose
even if
video
I
am
find
I
a picture
sharing?
of it,
Bill's Curious HVAC Guy, the WTF video.
What is this channel called?
Wow.
Okay,
See, that's
wow,
there you
that's-
go. There.
makes me feel real good inside.
Isn't it?
He's like, as he's scrolling, he's like, oh, I'm not subscribed.
Like, yeah, yeah. That would explain my lack of monetary advancement. You know,
Boom.
What kind of videos do you watch? Oh, wait, there we go.
All right, guys. So this is
Yeah,
a video.
actually, Nasty. I'll take that back. It might also show heat fault codes, but I don't think so. But you'll see in a second here.
Bill has thinking it's a code.
But hey, I can't. On my thing, it doesn't play the sound.
That's super gay.
I think. Wait, hold on. I think I could do it. Didn't you tell me how to do it, Chris?
No offense to any super
what?
gay people.
How to play sound?
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Stop
You got
sharing.
to present.
present,
share screen,
share screen,
And I present to you.
and then go to Chrome
window.
tab.
Oh, Chrome tab.
Yeah, and then share the Chrome tab, and it'll play the audio.
Are you
Thank
sure?
you for being so
Yes.
smart, Chris.
All right. Can somebody tell me if they hear this? Do you hear anything?
No.
Oh, you got
I
to
didn't
push
press
play.
play yet. I know. I just
Oh.
I was testing you guys to see if you're on top of your game.
Just
What's up, YouTube?
Yep.
Yes.
yeah.
We got an extra special one.
Look at that beard coming in full.
Here. Not
It's
Thick.
low though. It's really, really low for me.
old, I know. It's quite
Go to
beat
the
up. I
speaker
know.
thing, Adam.
He's testing us again.
You guys hear that?
No, I can't hear that because I can't hear the.
That's part of his
No, our
video.
AC's not running, but
Yeah, this isn't live, Chris. I'm not really talking to you.
No shit. Is it not really quiet for you guys?
It's fine. It's good. Yeah, it's quiet, but it's good.
you're talking coming from your side. It's like a
Did you smell it, Bill? What does it smell like?
something
It's been like butts.
going up from the rest of that's weird.
A yuppie beard.
You know how long it took me to get the audio to go up and down as I moved my head closer and away?
I show up typically an hour before the show.
Radio or
Why is there
some
song
playing? Guys, and it's not a
Why you
Watch the
watch it? I
video.
know.
Jesus
that?
Christ.
I know.
Will
These
you-
guys
will
are
you
the
read
worst.
books
I can
starting
never
from the
engage
end?
with these guys. I can never
Like,
do
how
it.
did this guy end up here? Maybe I should read the beginning of the book.
It's like I'm sitting on my couch and my wife is asking me a question about the movie we're watching.
Right,
shit.
right. Both of them, Bill. Both of them.
How is this the smartest guy in our group? You're simple.
It's a little bit louder. A little bit louder now.
This
I mean,
louder.
that unit looks like straight trash, but do you guys hear that? It's like
You're listening to the most downloaded
What?
HVAC podcast
Louder.
in the world. Welcome to the HVAC Overtime Show.
glory hole. Oh, you guys see that? What is in the
I was
the
messing back and forth
HVAC
with you guys
Overtime
talking
Show?
about my stretchy pants, and I was like, I have the best stretch
Hosted
pants
by
in the
me,
world, so I just
Bill
straight
Russell.
dropped my pants. wherever
My
I was
buddy
at,
Adam
and
Muffich,
took a picture
my
Hey,
of
sorry,
his
best
Nasty,
friends,
I
like,
was
what
wrong.
are you doing?
That's
I'm like,
what
What
of
you're
it.
trying to do.
Bill
And
wanted
my
to know what
Canadian
kind of
amigo,
pants I had or something,
Joe-
and then she's- my wife's like, why
Joe
are you-
somebody. Look at that shit.
Hope your wife's
That's awesome.
thumbnail then.
I think I did
I didn't know
share.
Carrier
Actually, I
was
did.
going with this model.
Dude, me and my wife
Cold
share
War.
everything. There is no super secret anything. I share everything.
Super gay. You and your wife
Let's
are
tune in for a
super
bit.
gay. Like
It's
they-
not
they
even
was the
Friday
gay
at 9
duo,
o'clock when they
except
normally
it's
go
not a
live.
Little boy.
That's right now.
All right.
Well, no.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
It's too. There's a lot of wind noise. I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
I
good
don't
video.
have-
I didn't
don't have
watch.
a-
I'll be
I
honest.
don't have a studio yet with a roof up unit.
I
All
was
right, all
wondering,
right.
it's
So
probably
I was wrong. There are some heat codes in there. All you guys, I apologize for getting so uppity, getting my panties all in a bunch about that nasty, But that's the one I was talking about. That's
How did
the
you do
that's the
that?
Curia glory hole.
What'd you use to edit that, by the way?
My phone
Crazy.
up on the roof when I was fighting off a goose.
Ryan says he's going to make a video to clear up the carrier confusion.
You do that.
You do you.
You do that. All right, let's get back on the subject here. We got 8 minutes, and I still got some other stuff to talk
When
about.
were we
here.
ever on a single subject on
good
the show?
point.
We've
We've just
never
been-
been on topic.
And I came to the show like I sat down an hour before the show. I'm like, this is all the stuff I want to talk about. And we got like that done. That's it.
Hmm.
I hope nobody read that because all the rest of this
You
is
can
just
keep
bullshit.
talking. I don't care.
All right, so real quick here. No, that'll probably take too long. Oh, this one. I heard this one today at a store, and I was working on an ice machine. Right, ice machine, brand new, just installed. I posted a picture of this up in the HVAC Overtime Facebook group. Which, if you're not a member, go join up. It's free. You just have to answer a couple questions and make sure you don't have any noodles in your names, and we'll let you in. Anyway, as I was working on this ice machine, the store manager comes over and he's like, yeah, my shake machine isn't working. And this store just got fully remodeled, right? Almost fully remodeled. And I'm like, what's going on with your shake machine? And he's like, well, the barrel froze up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I mean, he's like, put a work order and I'll take a look at it. He's like, well, I think I know what's going on with it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what's that, Mr. Store Manager guy? He's like, well, when they remodeled it, they hardwired it directly into the wall. So all the wires go into the wall. They don't plug in anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, how does this have anything to do with it freezing up? He's like, well, I didn't say that, but he went on and explained further that because they used bigger wires to power this, that allows more juice into the machine, which allows it to cool longer, which is why it froze up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be working on this ice machine, bud.
Sounds like he's on to something.
You know,
And then
thinking
he's
of
like,
that,
what's wrong with the ice machine? As I'm holding this paddle thing in my hand, I'm like, you see this? You see this right here? How I can move it around all willy-nilly like? This should be inside the ice machine, up underneath of it, telling it to turn on and shut off. I was like, wow. Huh. But yeah, that was a fun time.
That was crazy.
Did you give him? Did you tell him? What'd you say about his idea? Anything? Or
Oh, no, I just let him roll with that. Because after I was done with that, he turned around and started working on this shake machine. I'm like, all right, man, you are fully convinced that that's how electricity works.
Yeah.
Like, he believes that you get electricity by, like, I guess, having a smaller wire is how you figure out how much
it's all about
electricity you
resistance,
get.
Bill.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
come on, dude.
like if I want 115 volts at this machine, I need to have this size wire. That's it. Because at the wall, there's 849 million volts of electricity. And if I have too big a wire, it's just going to fully juice this thing, and it's just going to run and just freeze everything up. You know, it's not like there's thermostats in place and various
It sounds
other
like
things.
this guy installed the ice machine too.
He helped.
Yeah.
Him and an electrician did it.
Oh,
But,
really? Oh,
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mind you, this ice machine it looks like a freaking giant on top of a
dude.
tiny dispenser head, dude, because it's a Hoshizaki and it's a full-size Hoshizaki, not a dispenser Hoshizaki.
yeah, made for like I don't know, 15,000 pound bin.
Yeah.
You know,
It's at least a 900 pounder from your picture. To me, it looked like a 900 pounder.
and you know, Hoshi didn't say anything about it, being too heavy for that dispenser.
Why
I
would
didn't
they?
have a
Seriously, think about it. With manufacturers these days, why would they tell you anything other than denying a warranty claim? Like, they just want to sell. So
yeah, that's
they don't
true.
care.
That's true.
They'll definitely tell you when they ask you to. That's something. So if an ice machine manufacturer, something, I don't know if you guys have ever done this with any warranty manufacturer. Have you guys ever been on a call when a guy tried to like
Trick you with his words?
you? Yeah. Like
Mhm.
sometimes they'll be like, hey, do this and do that. And do me a favor, snap a picture real quick and send it to me, like in a normal conversation. So that way you think about it and you're like, oh yeah, I just sent them a picture of the install, and then they can deny the warranty claim or something.
Based on like stuff they saw in the background.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know, on that ice machine thing, the thing that really concerned me is they have this, I don't know, it's like probably a 5 or 6 foot wide stainless steel table, right? And it's got 4 legs and 6 inches off the ground roughly. And then it's just like a stainless steel cabinet. It doesn't look like it's reinforced with like I-beams and stuff. And then they have the drink station, the fountain machine right there. And then they have this 600-pound giant Hoshizaki ice machine all the way to the top, just floor to ceiling. There's so much weight on this and 4 legs. And I was telling the managers, like, if this ever tilts even a little bit, don't allow anybody in front of this machine. And I was like, it's so heavy, dude. Like, I'm like, who put this together? I'm like, yeah, it's a great idea. And the store manager's like, yeah, it took 5 of us to lift this up there. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. It weighs 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
You basically lifted a Buick onto a drink station.
exactly. And you're just
Just like,
and on top of that, before you even said it, you sent a picture of it, and then I instantly was getting ready to type, and then you said it too. They can't even access the auger. They can't get into it because the machine is too far over on the access door.
yeah, I ended up sort of prying that, kind of had to break it a little bit. I pried it up out of the way, and I got my arms underneath there somehow, and I put that paddle bin switch in there, which, dude, it was so hard to like get both my hands in there and like.
Well, let me ask you this, Bill. Did you unplug the dispenser?
Unplug the dispenser? What do you mean?
Did you unplug it before you stuck your arms in there?
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Be a man.
Now that's actually one of the most dangerous things, and yet we all do it. I'm even guilty of it. Is sticking my arm in a dispenser cabinet and doing something or cleaning something without unplugging it, because they auto agitate, and those things will rip your goddamn arm off. So,
but like I was very aware of where the auger arms works. There's just 2 of them.
Same thing. Most of the time, if you're aware, you can
Yeah, like
Still dangerous,
I was here, auger arms were here, but what concerned me the most was I'm up on a ladder with my arms. Yeah, I'm elbows deep into this machine, just like, Joe and some moose on a Friday night, just elbows deep in this thing.
Some moose.
Oh my
And
god!
what concerned me the most was just like the staff's lack of caring. They're just like getting drinks, like boop, 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 doodly boop, and just like pushing buttons and the machine's moving. And not one of them was like, hey, do you mind if I use this?
Yeah, no.
At one point in time, I was still like, if I could portray somebody screaming, if I could act whatsoever, I would have like yelled out. I'm like, oh, my arm or something.
Oh my god!
But they're like, yeah, we don't care. We don't care about your safety. We're going to continue using this thing.
Elbows deep in the person. Someone mark that time and remind us so we can use that for a TikTok.
See, I highlighted that. Come on, guys, give me some. See what I mean? I'm good at my highlights.
What do they call that? What do they call that sex move? Elbows deep in a moose.
Oh, so yeah, let's do this, guys. We started the show on the TikTok a little bit talking about this. Chris Hughes asked the question, so let's go down this rabbit hole. Yes, we have all spent the last however many days watching TikToks and YouTube videos on the freaking submarine. Have not stopped.
I bet Steven Rogers is pretty knowledgeable on all that stuff with his old pressure.
When I found out, and it's such a bummer what happened, for real. I mean, but we're just speaking some thoughts or whatever. But when I found out that it was made out of fiberglass, out of carbon fiber, I'm like, I don't know. I was surprised. I didn't realize that.
I'm sorry, but all those TikToks that people were making, they were so funny. It was
so funny. Yeah.
The best one I the best one I saw was like a collage of all the Ocean Gate stuff, and then it had the Gilligan Island theme playing.
Oh no!
3-hour tour, and it's like, oh man, it's like.
So this YouTuber,
laugh, but
I was saying before the show, this YouTuber that I watch, he was on that vessel a couple weeks prior, and they scrubbed his mission because of weather. And it's like, really and he was going to go do the same dive, and he released his video today, and I watched it. It was.
Where are they finding all these jerk offs to have all this money for to?
No, he didn't buy a ticket because he has 14 million subs, so they brought him on as press to kind of because they were really pushing for the press for this right now, so they really wanted attention.
Imagine that. Going live on TikTok right now, guys. We're down by the Titanic.
Yeah.
That would be like our one sponsor. Be like, hey, guess what, guys? We just got sponsored by Ocean Gate, and then a week later, we're like, oh shit,
they imploded. They killed 6 people.
Yeah, we lost our sponsor.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing sponsors, Zach never blinked twice.
Brian Sanders said he sent him a message.
He gone.
I don't know.
He gone. Guys, I don't know if you've seen that question. Somebody was asking about putting 407C in the brand new 410A compressor. I don't see a problem with that. Like it's going to do it. It's still going to pump whatever it's going to pump. It's still going to do it. You might have a lower capacity.
Well, it's not going to be the same.
No.
It's not going to be the same because the density of the refrigerant is going to change.
Right.
So the compressor is not designed for it. It's still going to move refrigerant, but is it going to move it efficiently is the question. And there's no answer to that until you try it. So
until you try it. That right there is a good thing to put on an enthalpy chart and then look at the friggin' compressor curve or performance, whatever, and you could find out some information.
Well, yeah, you could do it if you plotted it on performance data for sure. Yeah. But I mean, it's not something that you're going to do easily.
No. But you will lose some capacity for sure.
You're not going to do it out in the field, but
who's Trevor Matthews when you need him?
Yep.
But it'll still pump. It'll still work.
But I'm supposed to be having a conversation with Mr. Trevor Matthews one of these days. But
he told you he wanted to get a conversation started too, because he's told me that. So
he specifically said, Bill, before I ever talk to Chris, I want to talk to you first.
See, that's funny though, because when Trevor calls me, he says, "Hey man, my favorite HVAC Overtime host." Like every time he says that.
He doesn't call me.
Wow.
No.
Man.
I'm nobody's favorite. Chris is Bill's favorite. They're best friends. Me and Joe are over here like freaking.
Oh, Mr.
Adam's Brian's favorite.
That's true. Like,
over here.
Let's see. I work for the HVAC school group. I got multitudes of different companies yearning after me for my brain skills.
Shut up.
Like I don't want to list names, but I'm close to saying it.
Yeah, Bill said something earlier about reading books, and I told Adam, I was like, because Adam's been on like a book reading frenzy lately, right? Yeah. And I told Adam, I was like, dude, you need to read an adventure book, like change it up 180 degrees. Read the Hunger Games, dude. So you will not be able to put the Hunger Games down.
I don't know if I'd say the Hunger Games. Maybe check out the classic by Bruce Coville, My Teacher's an Alien.
Listen,
No, Ready
this-
Player One. That's another good one.
this
dude.
is the closest
I do
I'm
like
gonna
that
get to like a nonfiction. Losing Our Cool.
Nah, dude.
HVAC is ruining the world.
We're gonna read Ready Player One. That's gonna be our book club book, dude. Because it's all full of the '80s stuff.
See,
It's perfect.
Like I felt this big, but Clive just made me feel that much bigger. Bigger than life. Thanks, Clive.
You should have Clive back on. He's he's
what I
like a
said.
familiar face. I feel
Clive's
like
he's the nicest person I know.
he is. It's like it's like Cheers, when you see Clive, everybody knows your name.
Everybody knows.
Yes.
your name.
You
I
guys
think
are
Clive knows
great.
Joe is the best
Cheers
host
show.
for a podcast. Why? Because he'll just sit there.
No, because I'm just great. And thank you,
Yeah.
Mike and Cyborg and Quest.
Joe is basically our librarian.
I will pay you later.
House, be glad you've never watched a TikTok. It's a deep, dark hole that you can't climb out of once you start.
I don't watch
Mhm.
them either. I just get them sent by these guys.
For a while, I was doing that until I finally decided to start posting on TikTok.
Dude,
and now
I tried to delete TikTok a couple times, but it's just it just knows me too well. The
Well, my
algorithms.
friends
figured me
drew me
out.
back in. I had TikTok on my phone, then I deleted it, and then Bill and Adam just start sharing them in here, and it just drew me back in.
Hey,
Adam
you guys,
starts saying that guy that jiggles.
I haven't
oh,
seen
that
honestly,
Italian
though,
guy.
that
Love that guy.
No, he's not talented.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen HVAC videos in several days, but
Yeah.
let me tell you, the submarine thing, almost 100% of my feed, totally
And
worth
see-
it. And the most entertaining TikTok I've seen ever.
I'll tell you what, like I
Wow.
specifically try not to watch HVAC TikTok videos because I don't want my algorithm to change. I
Dude,
want it
my
to say all the
algorithm is so
crazy shit
toxic
that I
right
get.
now. It
Like
is
that's
so
what YouTube is
toxic.
for HVAC.
Yeah.
Like, did you guys get the TikTok video I sent of the super gay cowboy song?
I don't know that I got that.
Ah, you guys suck sometimes.
Coming out of the woodwork, Archie Parker with a big post. Joe for
RG
president.
Parker.
He's an OG. Oh, sure. Now you do the I want a ding, and you give me
Hey, look, Jesus Fish is here. Hey, Jesus Fish, do you use WhatsApp?
Oh no,
Oh.
anything against me? He's saying,
Come on, Jesus
at-
Fish.
Look at this guy. This guy and his flat Earth theory. Come on.
He's a
Oh,
big
no.
conspiracy theorist.
Let's.
Hey, I want to know, does he believe that the aliens live under the ocean? Is that like a thing?
Are we going to start this?
I mean,
Yeah, let's do
I don't
this
want to
right
get.
now.
I don't want to get
Ryan,
started down
Ryan,
this.
remember that bit that we were
but-
talking about? How we were going to pretend like we hated each other? Let's do that. Let's do that.
For real.
Yeah, but let's not pretend.
We're having a
Oh
real battle on social media. It's,
I hate your
Uh,
face, Ryan.
yep, we hate Ryan.
Yep.
100%.
If I didn't shave my ass for a month, it would look like your face.
Wow, guys, that's pretty vulgar.
I'm just joking. We love Ryan. He's a
So
good,
wait.
good friend of the show. Which, by the way, tomorrow night, 9:00, the HVAC Misfits
100%.
Big
with
Clive
Ryan
also.
Huseman and HVAC chick Jennifer.
Big Clive.
What is
Saturday?
Jennifer saying? I don't get it. Chris, Adrian challenged me, and you're taking your 6 as a win. Challenged her to what?
I think.
I don't know if I want to ask. No, I
don't.
don't want to be part of a challenge. I'm not asking. I'm not asking.
Oh,
Challenge.
oh, push-up challenge. The one she did some push-up.
Oh, I think
I
it's the
don't do
Great
those.
American Challenge.
I can't do a push up.
It's the world's largest dildo. I've read about that. It's called the Great American Challenge.
Oh my god!
Oh, God.
Why?
Dale.
See?
Trying to keep it professional here, guys.
think Clive is-
Professional.
Yeah, see, Clive knows about it. You gotta wipe
Oh
it clean
my-
after he dribbles all
Oh,
over the place.
God. Yeah. We're going to hell.
Yeah. I bet you
Have a
if they went down to the
professional
Titanic
screen.
in a big rubber dildo, it wouldn't have imploded.
Oh.
That is
It
the
was-
strongest way, like an egg.
Yeah.
Oval
A
egg.
titanium dildo.
Oh, God. This just
Mhm.
went off the rails big time.
The
You know what?
submarine challenge.
I can't end the stream. I can only leave studio. Too bad I can't end it because
No, you can't end it yet.
Man,
Control V.
I think Subway should get on board with this. It'd be the second worst decision they made as far as sponsors go.
I bet we can get him to be a what's that guy's name? Jared. We can get him to be.
Oh, that dude's in prison,
He's
bro.
still in prison.
He's
Is he
still in
really?
prison.
Yeah, he's still in prison. I watched a TikTok video about a guy who beat him up though. That was
Thanks,
cool.
Chris. Marco, like,
How are they
good
making
night, man.
TikToks in jail?
Well, no, he was in jail. He's out now. They probably let him out because he beat up Jared or something. But he was in there and I don't remember if it was him that beat him up or if he was just around when the beating happened, but I was under the impression he was involved in
Hey,
the beating.
Jonathan.
Oh man, Subway Seagate. All right, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
been
thanks for
good.
putting us on TikTok, Chris. It was awesome.
For like we literally had 3 people at one point watching. I do not
Hey,
have a
man.
following on TikTok, so
Still good.
they're like, this is not what we are on TikTok to watch it. It's just
Nope.
dudes.
They were expecting like
Well,
live.
have you
Chris
watched
videos.
some of the live people on TikTok?
Yeah, don't go down the live rabbit hole because it really
Oh,
changes the
God.
algorithm bad. So
I'm
What's that?
here.
he's here.
Oh my god! Look at that! Look at that greasy haired
Where did this
bastard.
guy? Where did
Are
this
you-
guy come from?
I don't know
No
who put
kidding,
the
right?
link in the chat, but they did.
Oh my god! I
Oh
knew I
my
see
God.
something fishy going there.
Guys, Joe is the best.
Is that?
Woo!
Hey,
How many
Canadian Bros,
times,
boys.
Cyborg?
I knew there was a reason I didn't like you, Cyborg. You just reminded me of that.
He's just saying that because he's Canadian too. All these guys got
No, I don't. Hey, don't pull this.
I
Canadian
could
card,
tell he was
okay?
Joe,
Canadian
did
by that
Joe,
hairline.
did you see my question? Are you gonna vote in the election?
The election.
guys have
yeah,
elections?
I'm not gonna bother with all those clowns.
I thought the
Oh,
queen
yeah.
took that away from you guys. I thought the queen or like the king took all the power back or whatever.
I honestly
know.
didn't realize you guys had elections.
It's for the city election.
It's just
Oh.
for
It's
show.
municipal, yeah.
It's just for show, yeah.
Isn't that like legitimately like can't the monarchy technically take you guys back?
It won't happen now.
I know it won't,
they-
but technically like they can, right? But then there'd be a revolt and all that stuff. But
Oh yeah.
Well,
that
they,
would
they don't have guns in Canada. What are they going to revolt with? Sticks and
Hockey
True.
sticks, bud.
Yeah.
Hockey
Antlers?
sticks.
it's all right.
But they got
England
my hockey stick
5,
there.
Come
Hockey
riding in
stick
on a
there.
moose with a hockey
100%.
stick.
Yeah.
England's
on.
5 ships will be like rowing across the
Hey,
ocean.
Cyborg, do you speak French?
I do not actually.
Oh.
The last course I took was grade 9.
So
And I haven't done any French since.
Yeah.
You go
Curving
hang out with any of the Quebecians?
Sorry?
You go hang out with any of the Quebecians? Is that
I
where-
haven't been to Quebec in a while.
Isn't that where all the Frenchies live?
Yeah. Most
Mhm.
Well, they're everywhere.
See, he's so
Pretty much.
nice. He can't even say Frenchie. He's just like, well, you
Yeah,
know.
Frenchies. Them French fry fuckers.
Oh, dude, one of my
That's what
guys
you
came to
call 'em.
work. He where he lives, there's like a lot of houses really close together, and he started up his van and drove out and ran over the neighbor's Frenchie.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey,
That's kind of way
Wow.
to end the show, right
Way
there.
to bring it to the dark side, Chris. Way to go, man. You
Are
guys
we
want to hear a
talking-
story about pets dying?
Mm.
I thought we were still talking about like French Canadians.
Hey,
No, well, you said Frenchie, and then I thought,
hey,
about
how about we
running over
live stream
Frenchie.
us watching that documentary? You don't fuck with cats.
Did you watch that?
No, because it's
Dude,
it's
I'm
too
living
twisted
that.
for me.
I'm living that. I if I made YouTube videos about the chaos that my wife's freaking cat causes in this house, it's insane. Dude.
Oh, see, I can't.
You know the
no.
scariest thing is when you're sleeping and you feel something on your chest and you wake up to the demon cat like looking at your face and you're just under a blanket going, this fucker's just
If you guys haven't ever watched that documentary, I recommend watching it. It's a twisted and crazy
Oh,
movie.
it is
So
crazy.
watch that,
What's
but
it called?
don't.
Yeah,
with
it's basically about a guy who just like kills cats and then people find him. I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, I
too
thought it
much,
was going to
but-
be about freaking horrible cats.
No.
No, it's about a guy who tortures and kills kittens and
Oh, well, that,
cats
I
and-
wanna go
Live
watch that.
on.
That sounds like a good
He
movie.
makes videos on YouTube of him killing cats. or
Yeah.
something like that.
dude, that's twisted. Like, I'll put cold cats in microwaves to help out, but I ain't killing them.
The cats and microwaves.
I mean, I'm not that sadistic.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing this weekend, Cyborg?
Oh, not too much this weekend, actually.
I feel like
Last
that chair
weekend
you're
was-
in.
What's
I feel like that chair you're in has a seatbelt on it for some reason.
Well, you like it? It's my racing chair.
Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that.
Yeah.
Is your mom coming to like push you around the room and go?
Oh,
"Vroom, vroom"?
no.
I feel like that's what's happening when we're not looking. Just a side thought there. What did I ask you? Oh yeah, what are you doing this weekend?
Not too much. I might. Well, I actually recently just got a bench shear. So for like sheet metal.
Oh,
So I have this project that I'm doing That's basically like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like some metal stud. I'm gonna cut it like lengthwise, and then use the these two edges as rails for like a model railway. So that's
Interesting.
something I'm gonna try.
You have a
at some point.
diorama. Is that what it's called? A diorama of a town or something, like a big cityscape?
Well, it's really just an experiment at this point, just to see if I can get like a section of rail built.
And then what are you
I
gonna
don't
do
have
with
anything actually
it?
put
What's
together
the
for it.
what's the ultimate goal of this? Because this conversation is taking a nosedive.
The ultimate goal is to see if it actually is going to work with.
But if let's
it's
say it does work, what are you gonna do with this railroad track?
upload a video.
Like haul some Timbits
That's
around
right.
the room?
That's good. That's a good answer. Upload a video.
Wait,
Proof of
Cyborg.
concept.
Do I subscribe to your channel?
I
You
hope
should.
so.
I did.
I think,
did.
I'm
Should.
not sure.
I think I do, don't I?
I don't know. It
Watch
doesn't
the
tell me
videos.
like who subscribes. It only gives me a number. So
What's your
Oh.
channel? Is it
Well,
Cyborg Sheep?
it's Cyborg Sheep. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna double check. I subscribe to your channel.
I'm still waiting for Zach to blink.
I think he's sleeping, man.
For visual thing, you'll need to have this guy.
If
more
anyone is listening, call Zach Ciota. I'll post his number on the
Yeah, just
screen.
call him right now. I mean, he's got to be sleeping. It's he's a couple hours behind us or something, or ahead of us or something.
He's in his shed.
his man shed.
Man shed chopping wood like a
Yeah, he does.
man.
Yeah, he'll get the message somehow. But anyways, now that this got awkward, let's get out of here.
Yeah, where's our little buddy Randy?
Yeah,
Too
did you
bad
say
he
hi
wasn't
to him?
here.
He's not allowed to. His mom grounded him a long time ago. He's got to go to sleep early nowadays.
Yeah,
Oh
9:30.
man, that's the thing that sucks about working now is that I have to be up at 5 to get to
5
work.
in the morning.
I know, right?
What are you doing? Where do you work at?
Downtown, and I'm like basically at the edge of town. So
What's your town that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Toronto.
What's your job?
It's electrician apprentice.
Oh,
Actually,
very
he's
nice.
the closest. He's our closest contact to Joe. And if anyone has the potential,
That's
to
Technically,
train
I
Joe,
am, but
we could use Cyborg.
I thought
Joe
I
Manic.
thought it was wrong. I might be mistaken. I think it's
Easy now.
No,
easy.
Cyborg- Cyborg knows.
Nosedive here.
Bro,
Let's
you
end
wanna
this
make some
show.
cash?
Easy.
You wanna
wanna
make
say
some
stuff
cash,
like that.
Hey, you want a free overtime shirt?
Let's not go there.
We're
Yeah,
I
you
got the
know,
merch,
hey.
bro.
If you confirm this, Chris will buy you your very own choo-choo track or
Don't
whatever.
say
Choo-choo
anything
track.
here. Let's get out.
They're not
of
called
here.
choo-choo tracks. He's not 11.
Where did he go?
He's offended because you called it a
gone.
choo-choo track.
Kick from studio.
He's like, not
He
dealing with these
gone.
guys.
How'd you-
Joe kicked him out. Is that what happened?
Joe
Yes, I
figured
can
out.
do that.
Joe finally
Get
figured out
outta
how to
here.
work the thing.
We know, hey guys,
Sorry, Cyborg.
I'm
I
calling
just
him
had
up.
to.
I'm calling him. He knows where Joe lives. That's all that matters.
3.5 years
100%.
into it, Joe figured out how to
I
kick
did not
somebody
even
off.
know Cyborg Sheep was from Canada, dude.
You
So
like that one, eh? Choo choo, he gone.
Yep.
Yeah,
all right,
man.
I'm ending this on TikTok.
Love
I
you,
don't know how
Cyborg.
to end
You
it.
gotta let Bill say goodbye to everybody.
All right, say goodbye on TikTok, Bill.
All right. It's time for the disclaimers. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We had a lot of fun tonight. A lot of horrible things were said, mostly by Joe. But let's move on from that. If you guys haven't already joined our Facebook group, go join it. HVAC Overtime Facebook group. Go check out our website. We sell some merch on there. We don't make any money, but it's just for fun. HVACOvertime.com. Go check it out.
Whoa.
We do have some pretty cool bios in there. That's I think Chris wrote a bunch of them. I wrote one for Chris. It's all good stuff, right? Let's see. As always, you can find all of our officially licensed HVAC Overtime merch on our website, like I just said. More importantly, though, the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of our own and in no way reflect the views and opinions of our sponsors, associates, family members, or more importantly, HVACR videos.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm not affiliated with this whatsoever.
not
Not my
whatsoever. Don't forget, Big Clive, he's going to be on tomorrow. HVAC Misfits, they're on tomorrow. The Grapevine guys will be on Sunday. Go check them out. And if you run into Cyborg, tell him we're sorry that we kicked them off the show so
And I
early.
didn't mean to say choo-choo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
And do me a favor and call Zach, everyone.
All right, let's end it.
Cheers.